I'm actually currently in a history class, and the way that they present history in general, but especially this time of like, Muslim expansion, it was like, the way that they converted people was like, oh, you're a slave, just like convert to Islam, and then everyone's like kumbayaing, what I'm saying? Like they really shy away from like the reality of it's like the jihad, right? And like that's the call to I'm not like incredibly familiar with it, but like it's a lot more like, I think history in general is a lot more gray, but like the way that at least that we're being taught right now is very like, oh, they just like peacefully went in and when like took over like the bad guys and like freed the slaves and like this, but history is usually a lot more gruesome and different than you learn in school. So it's interesting that you talk about that.
What's bizarre to me though is, as far as I know, we're the first civilization, we being the West, the first civilization in history to actively demonize our own history when we teach it to our children, which I think is bizarre. I mean, I would be much less bothered if we were doing like once again, every other civilization I'm aware of, sort of glossing over our own, our own missteps and immoral actions, right? To say, well, we're going to excuse those for these reasons because we did it. And that's not good. I'm not saying it's good to gloss over, right, the tragedies caused by your own people or your own civilization. But I'm saying it is bizarre that we've taken this collective anti-Western sentiment in the West.
Well, I mean, it started off, it's basically a anti-Christian sentiment,
yes.
But as societies become more secularized, it got redirected to just the West.
Right. Yeah, and the idea of it being sort of, what's funny to me is I'll hear a lot of people who will talk about early Christendom, and by early Christendom, I mean the first 1,000 years or so of Christendom, which was inseparably Catholic, right?
Yep.
Because we were it, right?
And it was inherently and inseparably Middle Eastern.
That's what I was about to say. And somehow tie this to modern race theory when the vast majority of Christians were not in Europe was the backwater, right? Compared to the Middle East, compared to North Africa.
And like two of the earliest countries to officially convert before the Roman Empire did were Armenia and Ethiopia.
Right. Inherently non-white countries. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to like, subscribe, and go back and watch the full-length video. We talk a lot more about this. We get into some other stuff. I think you'll love it. Thanks.